Good evening. Members of the media, heads of security institutions present in this room, it is my distinguished honor to present to you the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, General Gregory O.W. Coleman, as he speaks on issues confronting security in our country. Honorable Inspector General, the media.
Good evening to all. I address the nation today on a matter of great national security importance: the attempted exportation of a very large quantity of cocaine through the Roberts International Airport, the progress of the joint national security investigation, and criminal charges that have now been brought as a result of the investigation. As the Liberian people are aware, on Sunday, June 7, a consignment of 6 boxes presented for export through the Roberts International Airport was intercepted and searched, leading to the seizure of 198 plates of cocaine weighing approximately 237.6 kilograms with an estimated street of 19 million. The shipment has been presented as ordinary cargo, but subsequent inspection and testing revealed that it contained a large quantity of narcotic substances. From the onset, the magnitude of the seizure, the method of the concealment, the intended international shipping route, and the circumstances surrounding this shipment made it clear that this was an ordinary drug case. It raised immediate concerns of serious transnational narcotic trafficking operation that sought to use Liberia's air cargo system as a channel for the movement of dangerous drugs beyond our borders. In response, His Excellency the President immediately called upon the National Security Council, and he elevated this to a joint national security investigation, bringing together other security actors, which were placed under the supervision of the Ministry of Justice. And that investigation involved the collection and review of witness and suspect statement, cargo documentation, screening records, and other evidence relevant to the shipment and the persons connected to it. Let me be clear. From the very outset, this thing didn't require any rocket science. There was no paperwork error. It was not a routine cargo discrepancy. Neither was this an innocent shipment that had gone wrong. We immediately noted that this was a serious transnational cocaine trafficking operation using Liberia's aviation and logistics system as a channel for organized crime. This action prompted us to immediately get together, bringing all state resources together to start to act and elevate this investigation as a national security priority. And today, the Liberia National Police, acting in concert with the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency and our other national security partners, we are prepared to name principal suspects and set out the charges that have been established to date. What do we know at this point? The investigation found that on Friday, June 5th, 6 boxes were prepared for shipment through the cargo system at the Roberts International Airport. The shipment was processed under false description of ordinary goods declaring it to be Maggie Cube and Lapa. But from the beginning, there were already red flags. Discrepancies in the declared weight of the product, suspicion from the screening images, and conflicting shipment documentation. Because of those discrepancies, the cargo did not leave as planned on June 5th. On Sunday, June 7, 2026, when the boxes were rescanned and physically inspected, a white powdery substance was discovered concealed in them. That substance was immediately turned over to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. It was subsequently tested and confirmed to be cocaine. But investigation did not stop at seizure. The Joint Special Investigative Team examined the cargo trail, the airway bill, the communication, the money trail, the digital evidence, the conduct of the individuals involved, and also the actions taken after the cocaine was discovered. The evidence establishes that this consignment was exposed. There were deliberate efforts by operating cells of the cartel to bribe security personnel, retrieve the shipment, and interfere with the seizure. The investigation also found evidence of an earlier shipment which was processed in May of 2026, rather in similar fashion using the same type of false cargo declaration, similar description, and linked to the same network. This means that June 7 seizure was not a one-off event. It points to a pattern, a system of criminal enterprise based on witness testimonies, documentary records, call logs, digital evidence, forensic findings, and the reconstruction of the cargo chain. The Joint Special Investigative identified the following. Principal suspects are now hereby criminally charged. The below suspects are charged under the amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023 and Chapter 10 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. The investigation finds that Paul King and Global Logistics Service, serving his capacity as manager of GLS, GLS itself, acting through its operation structures, conspired, accepted, facilitated, stored, and transported 6-box consignment of cocaine through the airport cargo chain. The investigation further finds that GLS, through its responsible management channel, provided substantial assistance to the trafficking scheme, which accordingly, Mr. Paul King and GLS has been charged under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Drug and Substance Act of 2023, and also Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia, which is captioned as unlicensed exportation of controlled drug substances, unlicensed transportation and trading in controlled drugs or substances, unlicensed possession of controlled drugs or substances, illicit trafficking in controlled drugs or substances, and criminal conspiracy. The investigation links Michael U.S. Brown, also known as Rahim Ba, to the organization of the shipment, the use of bogus phone companies, the coordination of cargo falsely declared as Maggie and Lapas, and the attempt to recover cocaine after it was seized at the Roberts International Airport. He has been charged in absentia under Section 14, Chapter 14, subsections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drugs and Substance Act, and Chapter 10, Section 2 and 3 and 4 of the revised Penal Code of Liberia, captioned the same as the above of Mr. Paul King. Investigation established that Oscar Brown scanned and cleared similar cargo that was shipped, packaged in the same manner, and cleared on the 22nd of May, and also made repeated phone calls regarding the June 5th shipment that was seized on the 7th of June at the same Roberts International Airport after the contents had already been discovered and declared as narcotic substances. He has been charged in absentia under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023 and Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. The captions are the same as per the charges read for Mr. Paul King. The investigation identifies Mr. Emmanuel Ba, a person of interest, who delivered the shipment to the residence and the office of GLS on the two shipments of the 22nd of May and the 5th of June. Mr. Ba has been charged in absentia under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023, and also Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. Captions are exactly the same as read earlier regarding suspect Paul Jamal King. Suspect Usman Ali, who was identified as the consignee, has also been similarly charged under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drugs and Substance Act of 2023, and Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. Captions remain the same as per that of suspect Paul Jamal King. All other suspects who are hiding in other countries or otherwise evading the process of law are being pursued through lawful means available to the Republic of Liberia: arrest warrants, international law enforcement cooperation, extradition request, and mutual legal assistance mechanisms where applicable. These are all ongoing. The investigation into the May 26th shipment and all related consignments remains very active this does not bring this investigation near an end. This investigation continues. We are treating this as a network investigation aimed at identifying every participant, financiers, organizers, handlers, couriers, facilitators, insiders, and foreign links. We're working with relevant authorities to immediately review and tighten control vulnerabilities that have been identified, the chain of custody, procedures, screening protocols, and international safeguards at the Rabat International Airport and across its cargo handling facilities as well. To the Liberian people, this case should concern every Liberian because narcotic trafficking is definitely not a victimless crime. There's almost absolutely no one in this room or anyone watching who is not or has not been a direct victim. It corrodes institutions, it finances organized crimes, it corrupts public systems, it destroys the lives of our community. It ultimately damages the future of this country. It places the image of this country, its international reputation, at risk. Liberia cannot and will not be a safe transit point for any transnational criminal organization. Will not allow criminal networks to hide behind company names, force airway bill, airport access, political connections, or cash inducements. Will not permit public institutions to bend to the service of traffickers. And we will not retreat because the people involved may be influential, may be connected or embedded politically or through commercial systems that are powerful. We will pursue them to every length of this country and beyond the borders by international mutual assistances and every available means that this government has got. If you traffic drugs through our country, we will pursue you anywhere you go. We'll come after you. If you facilitate drug trafficking, we'll charge you. If you abuse public trust to shield traffickers, we'll bring you before the law. Absolutely no one in this country is above the law. No one is above the law in this country, regardless of whoever you are, your political connection, your political status, social, religious, financial. We will bring you to the full weight of the law. This is the commitment of this joint special investigative team. It's a commitment that we owe to the Liberian people. It's a commitment that we will deliver. Let me also state for the record that while these suspects are named and charged, the others being pursued, every accused person remains innocent until proven guilty. And that has to be done by the court of competent jurisdiction. Our duty as law enforcement officers is to investigate thoroughly, and that we have done. We are also required to do what? Charge lawfully. We have also done that. And we will continue to do that. To those who are out there, you know yourselves. You smell the rat. It's stinking. It's coming. We will not spare you. This country has been through a lot. The culture of impunity has been the bedrock that facilitates all of the challenges that we face. It has been one of the key reasons why people have been comfortable to commit crime. His Excellency the President made it very clear that the culture of impunity must end under his leadership. As the Inspector General of Police, I understand and it will be executed. We will start from the list of crimes, from violations on the road to transnational criminal organizations. Let me put a final word into the traffickers, the facilitators, the fixers, the corrupt enablers who I know you're watching. And you'll watch carefully and listen very, very carefully. Liberia is closed for drug traffickers. Closed. Our airport is now a corridor. Our institutions, they're not for sale. You can find a few corrupt actors, but we'll find them and we'll warn them. Our officers are not your brokers. You're not. The exploitation of vulnerabilities must stop. And anyone who mistakes this republic for a safe passageway for illicit trafficking will meet with an investigation, they will be arrested, prosecuted, and face the full weight of the law. This investigation will continue. The network will be pursued, and this case will definitely not be buried. It is not over. It has just started. This network will be dismantled. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Inspector General. It is now time that we take questions from members of the media. I urge you to remain within the scope of the presentation of the Inspector General. Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Mano Mufon RG. Thank you so much for the liberation. Even though we didn't get this morning, of course, the Liberian.
I gave a promise to the Liberian people that I have fulfilled. My promise was before the week ends. I did not put out any time to say journalists gather here at this time for a press conference. I'm sorry you stay long. This thing that I'm pushing sour tested. That criminal investigation here is critical. So I beg you, I humbly apologize for the length of time that you all stayed here. I'm very, very sorry. But hey, my brother, before you charge people like they any kind of critical case, you won't be there. So you're sorry, huh? I beg you, but go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So the name Michael Brown, his record is clear. Since 2004, he controversially left the prison. Again, on the same issue, the name being surfaced in this case is not too strange to the Liberian people, but he's on the run. But the question that Liberian people asking, say his name is still surfaced and he been on the run. What is the assurance you can give Liberian that Michael will be back in Liberia and so that he will be sent to court? And just to that, quickly, sorry, you talk about international, national, transnational crime. And then Michael is not in Liberia, but we didn't hear any other name Michael. So do you care to mention or do we have any other person attached to the crime with the section of Michael?
You're in a room?
Yeah, maybe you can emphasize it.
Well, I did name names of all of the people I named. When you hear me say charge in absentia, that means they're on the run, they're not in custody. It means probably they didn't willingly come, they didn't cooperate, or they're running. The assurances that I can give you that as I speak to you, there are ongoing operations to make sure that each and every one named here will be arrested. We will use every means available to us. Once they're presented before the court, we will issue the requisite notices in the appropriate spaces to ensure international law enforcement cooperation for arrest and subsequent return to Liberia to face the law. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, IG and Nelson Coleman for the school. A lot of people may be concerned, the suspects, where are they?
Well, Nelson, when I listed them, when you didn't hear me say in absentia after the name, that means the person here. So all the meaning I say in absentia, all the posts stay on the run. Listen, you all have to understand that this is not bread and beans investigation. This is a complex transnational criminal investigation. It transcends borders. It requires international cooperation. And you cannot control the time of other partners as to how fast they will respond to your request. They got their own priorities as well. But we're working with them and we're hoping that we will be able to arrest these criminals. But this is not going to stop the court proceeding. They will be charged. Some of them will be tried in absentia as well.
TNUs.
So, thank you, Mr. Algie. I'm without impact the report for Guinness Liberia.
Thank you,
Even though
man.
you seem more relaxed on this test by public pressure, I'm concerned about public Liberians saying that there are some big hands. Reported the big hands are involved into this US and 2 million case. You appearing at the Senate there the other day accused by the county senators.
And I will make sure
So,
I clarify it.
Can you guarantee, because I'm listening to you saying that people might be connected to influencers, politicians, and the cartel might be connected to, can you get that an assurance that the investigation is impartial, is independent, that there is no big hands in this investigation?
But when the investigation is impartial and independent, that's when it is most credible. And if any hands, big or small, in it, they will be exposed. One thing, look, I got nothing to call off for anybody here. I got my own career, I got my family. The first thing I explained to my officers right in the room yesterday, as a human being, your first responsibility is to your family. We were the last set of children that they told when you get out there, when they ask you who you pardon, who you mind, you got to protect it. You got to whip you right there in the street for that name here first. So for some of us, we got something to protect. We're not come here to public space and lose our integrity. I got nobody here to protect. The man who got the right to hire and fire me, he reminded me this morning. He said, as president, I got nobody to protect in this country. The investigation must have absolutely no limits. I mean, even if for any reason I had any doubt to say, oh, I'll be scared or something, the man who can hire me, who can fire me, the man said, go after them and listen. We'll follow the evidence wherever it leads. Thank you.
Yeah.
Archie, my name is Bangoto. I'm for Liberia investigator. You keep asking for both national and international support to pursue this matter. Throughout the statement you read, you did not mention a single country. You talk about transnational crime. Can you kindly tell Liberian people, any of these countries that people who are very involved in this thing came from? And what effort are you making to be in contact with those authorities?
Well, I can tell you what countries they came from. I can tell you that we're working with international partners at different levels where this crime connects. We know the shipment route. It was intended for the UK. We've made requests to the UK government. It went through Brussels. We've asked American counterparts. We've asked the Dutch. So we're working with multiple countries on this particular investigation. The American counterparts have been extremely helpful. The UK counterparts have responded, and definitely we will get some support from them as well. So we are ongoing.
PFDC from the Full Library.
Good evening,
I'll
Mr.
take two more
Algie.
questions.
Good
Good evening, Mr. IG. My name is Christopher Bestman.
Mr. Bestman, good evening, sir.
I'm going from Atlanta, and I report to the Liberia National Police. There have been many concerns from Liberians about individuals within the joint security as it relates to sensitive information being leaked to the Liberian media.
Yeah.
What does the incident say in terms of discipline? And you as a head of the joint security on this 19.2 million drug seizure we're talking about, what further prevention are you intend to employ? Do you intend to employ for future investigation involving drugs in our country?
So, I mean, this raised a lot of concern for us. We have officers, investigators who have been interdicted and are undergoing investigations right now. This has prompted the need for re-vetting of all of our criminal investigators to recertify them at different compartmentation levels. So we are concerned about it. It's a serious problem. Yes, indeed, there are cracks within the system, but the investigation has identified some of those actors, and we're just giving them a due process. They're being investigated. Thank you.
Honorable IG and Sir Austin Marriage and report for focus on Latino.
Sir, good evening.
Others concerned about the continued online of the investigation, working for the releasing of the airport CCTV footage posted by social media person. One is that CCTV footage authentic? If yes, what does it say to the national security? Lastly, are you under pressure to release suspect of this
Well, I'll take question number 2 first. No amount of pressure will make me name the suspect one day before the time that we are agreed to name them. This investigation, the people got different intentions in the country. You got to understand. Some people, it's not about patriotism. Some people, it's about political actions. This particular stuff, instead of us looking at it and treating it as a national security priority collectively, people are looking at it as a means of pushing law enforcement to get out there, put a bogus case so that it can feel like the last case. And we're not here to make that kind of error just because of political pressure. So no, I mean, no amount of pressure would have made us to do that. And the other question, the airport CCTV camera. Like I mentioned earlier, the investigation is ongoing. It's not just our officers. It's about the entire system. I cannot verify that every last video you see out there is authentic. Some of them have similar characteristics of what we have watched ourselves, but once it gets out in the crowd, it can be easily manipulated. So I cannot substantiate that it's 100% original, but some of the images look identical to what we